Let's discuss holding on to past friendships while you are now in a new relationship. Okay, so friendships. I'm not talking about, just the opposite, like friends of the opposite gender. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about friends that you were intimately involved with, okay? Me personally, once we've crossed that threshold of, being together intimately, when we part ways, I don't look at a guy as now, oh, we're friends now. Yes, we may have had intimate moments, but let's be real. If I'm in a relationship, you are not going to be the person I'm thinking, oh, I'm going through something. Let me pick up the phone and call him. Let me, oh, I'm gonna call you, see how your day is going. Oh, I'm checking in on you. Hey, how you doing? It's been a couple months. I haven't heard from you. How's your new relationship going? None of that. Like, oh, let's talk about your new relationship. None of that. Now, I was told that, that's not the way to be. Me personally, I think it is because it's about respecting boundaries within your current relationship. Especially, my thing is when those ex friends are not respecting your current relationship. And when I say they're not respecting your current relationship, I mean they're telling you things, like they're talking about personal things between you two, things that you shared, moments you've shared. Oh, I had a dream about us, had a dream about you. I miss you. Things like that. When they are showing that they are still into you, I think it's a matter of respect for your partner. It has nothing to do with your partner trusting you, but everything to do with you respecting your partner. When someone makes your partner feel uncomfortable, if someone makes your partner feel uncomfortable, what do? You ask that motherfucker, okay? Now, of course, you just don't go through life just canceling people because your partner does not like them or they don't feel comfortable. I think that if your partner has reason, like if their reasons are legit, why not? The problem comes into play is when you're fighting so hard against it and you're literally like debating about holding on to these connections, holding on to these friendships, even if you are not the one reaching out, that person is. It's still a matter of them disrespecting your partner. It's still a matter of them knowing you're in a relationship and the kind of conversations that they are bringing up with you. You entertaining those conversations, that right there lets them know, like, okay, they don't even take it serious. Like, that's like me with an ex guy. If an ex of mine's, if I'm in a relationship and an ex of mine, hit me up, hey, just thinking about you, had a dream, or just thought you crossed my mind. Point blank period, you crossed my mind. And I go, oh, really? And they start saying, yeah, I thought about XYZ. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. How are you doing? Now I'm engaging. Now I'm like, let's be real. It's disrespectful. Disrespectful as hell to your relationship and to your partner. And then you're showing that person that you don't have boundaries with your relationship or with your partner. Or even if you do have those boundaries, you're not respecting them. Therefore, that person does not have to respect them. They're only going to do as much, like they always say to women, a man is only going to do what you allow. That person that's texting, that ex friend that you were intimate with, they are only going to go as far as you allow them to go. And if you are allowing them to go hella far, why would they stop, But yeah, so me personally, I'm like, let it go. If that person is not bringing any value, such as financially, y'all don't have no businesses together, y'all have no kids together, what's the point of holding on to that relationship, to pictures? Like me, listen, when I'm done, I delete everything. I delete photos, I delete messages, I delete contacts, I delete it all. So if they hit me back, it's like, okay, I'm sorry, but who is this? I don't remember your phone number. I don't have it stored. Who are you? Please make yourself known. But that's me. And it's part out of respect for my partner. And then it's just because that's who I am. I see no purpose. I see no value in holding on to those things or that person. Now, I'm not saying like if they reach out, I'm like, ugh, stop talking to me. Now, if they get rude or if they get disrespectful about my partner, about my relationship, if they cross lines, oh, most definitely. Yo, cut it out. Stop hitting me up. Delete my number. Don't worry about checking in on me. I'm good. Leave that for my man. But not everybody sees it that way. But I think that there has to be common ground in the relationship, and it can't be, okay, well, your exes, as the woman, your exes can't hit you up, but as the man, mine can, because I know how to control myself, or it's not an emotional attachment, or, whatever the cases may be, whatever the reasons may be. I think it needs to be both sides, two-sided, two ways, If I can't do it, neither can you. I don't want to do it. You shouldn't want to do it either. But seriously though, like I said, I think that if there's no value that person is bringing, why put up a fight to just remove that person? Because you're like, they're making your partner feel uncomfortable for a reason. And if your partner is, they trust you with that vulnerability that they're bringing to you, to tell you like, okay, I don't like this person. I don't like the fact that I feel disrespected, whatever the case may be. What does it harm you, or, does it do any harm to you to remove that person? They aren't bringing you any money. They aren't generating money for you. They don't have any kids with you. Like, there's nothing, no kind of ties except for those intimate moments that you guys shared together. And if you can't let that go, are you really over them? Photos, videos, pictures, all that stuff. Like, I don't hold on to nothing. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I did have a picture. And then I get past that moment and it's like, why? Why? What, so I can show people, oh yeah, we were together. Who cares? Right? Like, who really cares? But yeah, those exes or whatever, that they understand you are in a new relationship and they don't cross those boundaries. Nobody, like, I'm not even talking about them because they aren't doing anything. They aren't doing anything that warrants them to have to be canceled or dismissed out of your life, or those boundaries set up. But I'm speaking about ones that feel the need to insert themselves in your life to make sure you don't forget about them. The ones that are like, hey, I'm still here. How are you doing? How's the new boo going? How's the new relationship? You guys still doing good? They're just trying to stick around to see how things are going between you and your partner, so that they know when to slither on back in, okay? So that they know, okay, this is my chance. Let me do something grand, or let me do some kind of gesture. Let me do something, to make my way back in. But they really aren't the problem. The problem is the partner. Because the partner is either making them feel comfortable enough to think that they have a chance, or the partner is making them feel comfortable enough to feel like, okay, if things go south, let's pick this back up between you and I. It's really about your partner and how they handle them. You can't do anything about that other person, or people, I should say. So it's really about your partner. But yeah, I said all that to say this. Let that go, okay? If they are not bringing any kind of value, meaning financially, no kids, any kind of ties like that, what's the harm in letting them go? Especially if they're interrupting or making your partner feel uncomfortable.